Okay. Just gonna keep it real simple this stream. Just gonna keep it real simple. Yo, what's up? What's up, everybody? I have a slight headache, so stream is probably not going to be too long today. Next building stream should be a multi-hour stream, though. Yeah, it was a lot worse earlier. Like a lot worse. Just unheadache the headache. I mean, such wise sage advice. I don't know why I haven't done that already. Just unheadache the headache. Are there no just full color slopes that have hitboxes? It's weird. Okay. Dang. I I had plans to make a level to release on Valentine's Day, but I don't know. I just too many projects at once. I'm just gonna save the idea for next year. Okay. Okay. I wanted to do just full color blocks, but they don't have full color slopes, so that'll make things a lot more difficult. So I'm just gonna use the outlines. Give me a second. I forgot to put chat onto my main monitor. Just give me a second. Alright. There we go. Full color slopes exist? With hitboxes? Like ones with like hitboxes on them? Is that like a thing? Doesn't look like they're a thing. These don't have hitboxes. What tab could I, what tab can I find these in? Because it'll make it a lot easier to optimize the level later if I don't have like a layer for the lines and then for the actual filling. The black one? Man, that's not what I'm talking about. I've got the ones you're talking about right here. I'm talking about ones that you can just like place and select a color one and a color two. It doesn't seem like those exist. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do some outline work today. Wait, how did this one look? Okay, look like that. Dang. Yeah, that's real unfortunate. I don't know why that doesn't exist. The editor is really confusing sometimes. You know what I also find really confusing about the editor is that I can't find like the default block looking half blocks and like half blocks. I can't find them. The ones that look like this, that are like slabs. I don't know where to find those in the other. I mean, sometimes I find it a little difficult to bring myself to start working on a project. But then once I start working on them, I start having a lot of fun. I'm gonna keep that like a block looking block. Not allergic to level requests. Trust me, level requests at some. I know I keep saying this. I know I keep saying this, but at some point, yeah, I have more fun doing building streams and like building and stuff. But level requests can be cool too. I like seeing the cool stuff people make. It's one of my favorite things about level requests is just getting to see cool stuff people make and being able to give feedback. That to me is honestly really cool. I still will never forget that one time I got that one level request and it had this awful death effect that lasted like a billion years, even in practice mode. So you had to wait in practice mode to respawn, and it completely ruined my enjoyment of the level. And I told the person, and they were still in chat, the person who made it, yo, you gotta you gotta add a trigger that disables the death effect at the start, so people can choose to disable the death effect if they want. They just didn't listen to me. They didn't take me seriously. You know why? Because that level ended up being on like trending for non-rated levels. I was going through the trending tab, and I found it, and it still had that death effect, and this was like 3 days later. Hmm? Sorry if I might be mean. I despise humor where you state the obvious. I feel like stating the obvious is never really humor. I think it's always just making a statement. I like uh, I like to layer uh, my jokes and satire a lot. Yo, sorry, Asphalter 80. I'm not doing level requests this stream. I have a headache right now. I am not in. I don't think I'm in the best shape to give feedback on other people's levels. Yeah. Listen, I can check out your level some other time. How's about this? Let me go get my phone. I will take a picture. I will take a screenshot, picture, take a photo of my screen with the level ID you put in chat on it. And next time I do level requests, I will make sure I play your level. Let me go do that. When is Geode coming back? It should be coming back pretty soon, I've heard. There we go. Picture taken. It was Geode actually like discontinued, or is that like a joke? Like I would know. I don't keep up on Geode news or stuff. I don't use mods. Okay, yeah. I honestly couldn't tell you. It's been down for so long. I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't coming back at this point. Let me turn on hitboxes. Just make this easier. Did I pass the thing? I passed the thing. I was supposed to be checking. Okay, cool. That's kind of crazy. Guys, earlier today, I went to the store. I went to the store. Give me a second. I went to the store earlier today, and I went to go buy some raspberries. I picked up the raspberries right before I was about to like check out. I noticed that there was like some like fuzzy stuff in the raspberries, which means they're not good. So I canceled the purchase, and I went to go put them back. I put them uh, in my little basket that I had all my other stuff in, and I put them on the shelf. Then I go back and I buy my groceries, and you know, then I go and I return the basket. And as I'm returning the basket, I realize, oh, there's a bunch of raspberries just sitting on the bottom of the basket. The thing of raspberries had opened up and spilled raspberries all over the thing. Um, so yeah, there's just a basket full of raspberries somewhere in that grocery store. And it's kind of my fault. I can't lie. Um, okay. 2.209 predictions will finally get a new editor feature in 2.209, and it's gonna be so awesome. I don't know. Probably not. I think we're gonna be waiting for 2.209 for a hot minute, bro. Okay. Nah, what would be really nice is if we got easier. I want an update to the particle trigger to make it easier to work with. Because I really want to use particle triggers. There's just like so much going on in that one trigger. It's pretty hard to coordinate things with it. So I feel like I could do so many cool things with that trigger, but it's really confusing. Maybe I just haven't spent enough time messing around with particle triggers, but looking at the where are they? The menu for particles. You go to edit object. Oh, not edit object. Edit special, and it's like, bro, do they think I'm in NASA? Like, what is this? This is the control panel for a plane. I'll figure it out eventually. I think. Oh, let me check the XP leaderboard again, bro. Async, you just aren't you yet again just aren't on the leaderboard. Even though you've chatted like the most out of anyone here. I think YouTube just has something against you. You specifically. Okay. That's kind of wild. There haven't even ever been like 50 different people in a chat in my streams. Oh. Interesting. Huh. Yeah. I don't know. You could report this to Google or something. They might do something about it. But then again, they're Google, so they probably won't. Somebody tell me why YouTube even has like a system where you can report ads. I swear I've reported like a billion like ads that just like should not be allowed on YouTube. and they just keep coming back. They're like that one guy, Springtrap. Yeah, they always just keep crawling back, man. They never die. Gotta go. Thanks for stopping by, man. I don't know why YouTube doesn't moderate their ads. I don't know. It's really upsetting. But a platform as big as YouTube should be doing everything in their power to make sure that no inappropriate ads are, like, being promoted on their platform. I don't know. It's like they have all the resources in the world and don't do jack diddly squat, bro. It's honestly kind of cringe. Can't lie. Yeah. That's another thing. Parents these days just do not monitor what their kids are doing. Any parent who just like gives their kid an iPad and leaves them unattended, you know, and especially without like setting up prior like internet restrictions and age limitations and stuff, like that's just like really bad parenting. Those people should not be parents. Yeah. I feel like I really wasn't able to appreciate how attentive my parents were to like my electronics use and stuff, like until later on down the line. You know, because like sure I wasn't able to watch Dan TDM videos at like 3 o'clock in the morning, but also I had parents that were looking out for me. They cared about me. I don't think any parent who just gives their kid an iPad and calls it a day cares about their child. There's so many spider pads. Oh no, I guess I thought I'd look cool. It works. It's honest. It honestly looks better than just this. That looks kind of eh. Also, having more of them kind of indicates that you're gonna go down. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I've been working on the 100 subscriber special recently. Oh yeah, definitely get some sleep, dude. Definitely get some sleep. good luck, dude. Anyways, I was saying, working on the 100 subscriber special lately. I think everybody's really gonna enjoy that one. I did some actual animation, not in GD, but like for the video. Nice, sounds pretty cool. Yeah, I remembered that I had a kind of really bare bones basic animatic program on my iPad like years ago, and I wanted to see if I could somehow port that over to my Mac, and so I did, and I figured out a way. So now I have an animation, like the most basic animation software possible. I have on my computer, and I've been doing some like $0 budget looking animations for the 100 subscriber special. All about the Haitian Revolution, dude. That's pretty cool. I think the Haitian Revolution's a very interesting subject. I remember, I think my teacher just kind of glossed over it. But I have seen like is it 2 or 3? I think I've seen like 2 or 3 different like YouTube video essays on the Haitian Revolution. Super interesting. Yeah. I have to buff the ending. The ending is like way too easy. Probably not too much of a buff. Probably just want to make all those like spike jumps at the end something else. 'Cause it's very repetitive. Space UK gameplay. Hey, you know, hey, Space UK, low-key redeeming himself. I can't lie. I still will forever hate the impact, the negative impact he had on the game's reputation. But like, that dude's like a legitimate player. Oh, I can't react, or else it costs too much. What did he say during his slaughterhouse verification? Did he say like how did he say? I don't remember. It was, and I don't care to look back at it. Listen, I'm not the best with accents. I myself am kind of cursed with a bad case of, not a really bad case, but a pretty prominent case of California surfer voice. I mean, a new top 1 called Stereo Madness? Dude, that sounds sick. Bro, Space UK never clear. Wait, where's my mouse cursor? I lost track of my mouse cursor. There it is. What? Okay, why is... Okay, there we go. Alright. Dude, sometimes I just start feeling like a pain. Somewhere, just some random pain on like a random nerve somewhere in my body. I'll think I'm about to die. Which one of these days will be true. Like I'll think, oh my god, my big toe hurts for no reason. Guess I'm gonna die, and I'll just like fall over dead or something. You know, one feature I'd love to see Rob Tup add is the ability to change the middle grounds, like what layer it goes on. I would love to just have the middle ground there, but also be able to put things behind it. At least one layer behind the middle ground would be so nice. Anyways. Yeah. Yo, kind of like my head today. My head just started hurting for no reason. Still have a bit of a headache right now. Honestly, the worst thing about a headache is not how much it hurts. It's if you have a headache and it's late and you're tired and you want to go to sleep, the headache prevents you from falling asleep. It's awful. I hate that. That's the worst. The word belief has lie in it. Yo, that's like some philosophy stuff, bro. Mind blown. The word cheeseburger has the word cheese and burger? Dude. Oh, that's like, I don't know. I feel like my whole reality is crumbling right now. The word cheeseburger has the word cheese and burger? Yo, this is like frying me right now, bro. Now my head genuinely hurts like more right now. Yo, I remember one time. This is back in the day when Fortnite was like still relatively new. This is like during the pandemic. I remember Fortnite was doing an event where you drove taxis around the map, to like Uber driving Fortnite characters around, and that was so fun. It was like really fun. I remember playing that for hours. I have not played Fortnite in years though. Yeah. Yo, one time I was drinking water. This was like 3 years ago. This was like sophomore year high school. I was drinking some water, and my friend said something that he knew damn well was gonna make me laugh, and the water just sprayed out my nose. It hurt, bro. I was genuinely in pain. Nah, for real though. You ever just have that one friend who has good intentions? You're like, you know, you're like near somebody that you've told them, yo, I kind of like this person, and so they just like they sell completely and just say out, like out loud, yo, this guy likes you, and it's just like you just die on the spot of embarrassment. That's happened to me before. You eat a waffle? I had a waffle this morning, but like one of those like really crappy like toaster waffles. Well, not necessarily like really crappy, but just like the ones that like if you don't toast them just right, they come out either way too like soggy like or way too crispy. There's like no in between unless you get it just perfect. And you can use the same settings you did for the last waffle you toasted, and it will come out differently. I had one of those. So what state you live in? I don't know. Rhode Island or something? I want to make it very clear. The only reason I said Rhode Island is because that's where Family Guy takes place. I don't even watch Family Guy. I just know Peter Griffin's from Rhode Island or something. All right. Okay. Hot Pockets to Rage Bait. Loki? You might be right about that one. They don't have the Hot Pocket like sleeve anymore. They're not a pocket. They're a sealed pouch full of sauce and meat. I don't know. They okay. They kind of slap if you air fry them, but still, I like the convenience of just being able to put a Hot Pocket in the Hot Pocket sleeve and then putting it in the microwave, and the sleeve helps it crisp. And they don't do that anymore. Never say that again. What did I say? It was hard out of. Wait, what? What are you talking about? Was it the way I described what a Hot Pocket is? Because I guess out of context it might sound a little weird. But not like anything too crazy. First person. I'm gonna be deleting a bunch of like my old posts that are just saying, "Yo, I'll be streaming soon," at some point, just to clear them out. But that one stays. That one stays. That one's crazy. I'm also gonna be unlisting a lot of the old VODs. I don't know if you were here when I said this last time, but I don't like how it says I have over 100 videos on my channel, even though I've only actually posted like 12 real videos. The rest are just like stream VODs. So I think I'm gonna have a system where the VODs stay up for like 2 weeks and then they get unlisted. So anybody who has has liked the VOD or has a link to it can still watch it, but it just won't show up that I have like a billion videos on my channel. I don't know, it's something that's kind of been bothering me. All right, I'll hear you out. What's your idea or something? Infinite money, guaranteed to win the lottery. That's true, because you could buy infinite lottery tickets. Wait a minute. So you could just be like, essentially, you could just bully people who spend their money on lottery tickets. You just bully them because they'll never win. They'll never win. And it doesn't matter if you win anyways. You still have infinite money. So you're just making it so that people can't win the lottery anymore. It's a little funny. The stream's probably gonna go for like another 5 to 6 minutes. There we go. So I'm not sure what color I'm gonna make the blocks. I might make them orange, or I might make them gray. Would I do it? Less than 3 feet underground, not including the ocean. Oh wait, that's kind of tough. Would people know of the existence of the box? That's important. I need to know this information. Is there going to be people who know, yo, this guy buried a box somewhere. If we find it, he dies. Yo, what's good, Crippen? How's it going? Nobody knows of the box. But you can tell people. I wouldn't tell people about the box, because then if they find it, I die. So what I do... Oh, wait. I gotta think. Yes, I would do that. I think I'd find like a really cool place to put it called North Sentinel Island. I'd put it on North Sentinel Island. Middle of Antarctica also kind of goes hard, but North Sentinel Island also is nobody's gonna find it there. Yeah, this is that hypothetical. And I'm either burying it on North Sentinel Island or somewhere in like the Arctic north or south. But the Sentinelese would find the box. Shoot, you're right. You're right, they might find the box. Because there are people on the island. I was just thinking of, like, the fact that, like, North Sentinel Island is, like, super dangerous and it's literally illegal to go there. And I was like, nobody's going to find the box, completely forgetting the reason why it's illegal to go there is because of the Sentinelese. I'm not gonna play that song. Not only are you kind of cringe for having that being your first message in the chat, but that song is kind of bro. I can't lie. That song just does not go hard. It's pretty lame. Song radiates cringe, bro. Sorry, that was probably really mean. My bad. But like, just like, no, I'm not doing that. And you can visit the ISS. Well, people would find it on the International Space Station though, because there's people on the International Space Station. It's kind of the same as burying the box on North Sentinel Island. The North Sentinelese would find it. Who's to say the scientists on the International Space Station wouldn't find the box either? Oh, would I go on a free trip to space instead of like the money? But you lose 5 years. Oh, okay, so this is a different question. Would I go, but I lose 5 years on my... That's a tough question, because... I don't know, man. 5 years is a lot. And I'm already somebody who wakes up every day surprised that I woke up in the first place. So 5 years? But it would be so cool to be up in space and experience zero gravity. Yeah, wait, the challenge of the hell. What? Okay, do I have to get there through like a rocket or something, or do I just get teleported there? Because I'm just teleported there. I do that, even with the 5 years off the lifespan. But if I have to go on a rocket, I'm not doing that. Nope, no way, no way. 5 years, and you can't go to Earth no matter what. But nothing will go wrong. Okay, I do that then. I do that. I think that would be really fascinating, and that would be like, that's like an experience that nobody really gets to experience other than like 0.000000001% of people ever get to go to space. I just think that would be really cool. All right, Dark Dragon Torres, I am gonna sick the mods on you. Mods, time him out. Mods, time this guy out, please, please. I didn't think about the health issues that are definitely caused by being up in space. I don't know. I feel like it would still do it though. But 5 years? This is a more difficult question than the box one. Honestly, if the question was I could stay up in space for on the space station for a week, but then like a year off my life or like 2 years at most, I think that would be like the perfect trade off. But 5 years is a lot. Yeah. I'm gonna be going on a plane for the first time in my life later this year. That's something cool to look forward to, I guess. I've been like afraid of flying my entire life, and I'm finally gonna be on a plane. So I guess once that happens, I guess I'll let y'all know how that goes. I would do that. Async, I would do that. That's like almost too generous of like a trade off. Like I could go up into space for a day if I wanted to, and be completely fine. Wait, no, wait. I think I read that wrong. Did I read that wrong? Might have misinterpreted that actually. Huh. Yeah, people can use phones in space. They have like signal. So I could, up in space, I could, like, you know, listen to music, watch YouTube, stuff like that. Because I doubt that the people on the ISS aren't able to post anything. Or stuff like that. Or play games. Spacewalk, dude. That would be kind of terrifying. But also, like, really cool. It's kind of like going scuba diving. If any of y'all have ever done that. It's kind of like that. Or, like, you're in a place very unfamiliar, unknown, very alien-like, and you don't really have control over the environment at all. But it's like really fascinating because you'd learn a lot of cool stuff just by like going on a spacewalk. Dude, beating orbit while in orbit, yo, wait, hold on, he's cooking. Hold up, his writing is this fire. That's that would be like ultimate aura, bro. I think that's gonna do it for the building for today. I guess that the stream's pretty short. What should I do to end off the stream? What's newly rated stuff? Yo, orbit. Let me do like an attempt on orbit, bro. On. I got this. I got this. I got this. This is not helping my headache, bro. This is like really flashy. Dude, yeah. If Rob Top did that, that would be a little wild. Just I don't know, man. I think I will check out your layout next stream. You gotta remind me. I will check out your layout next stream. Oh, you know what Rob Top does need to do though? He needs to move this guy's levels to the Shadow Realm account. Cause this guy's a Diddy blood, bro. Yeah, the Shadow Realm needs more creator points at this point, bro. Yeah, he's a Diddy blood. Yeah, unfortunately, it's real sad because he made Boomslayer, which is like one of the coolest levels ever. That I do intend to beat at some point, but like, it's real unfortunate. Yeah, this guy ditched the GD community, went to the Friday Night Funkin' community, and immediately started. You know, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it. But you can probably interpret using context clues. I'm wondering if I just might. I think I might save heavy gears for like 250 demons or so. I don't know. I don't like the fact that I'm just stopping myself from playing demons just because I want heavy gears to be the 200th. I don't know. Anyways, it's probably gonna be on this stream. Yeah. We get the stream ending message up. What? Crippen, I have no clue what you mean by that. Yeah. Anyways, I want to end stream. I still got the headache. I was just so awesome. So happy about that. Yeah. Anyways, thank you everybody so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Hope you have a great rest of your day, night, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is for you. Have a great one and take care. Bye-bye.